While doing my devotional today, part of it was about where Jesus walked on the water and his disciples were afraid. They were in the boat and there were waves smacking the boat around, and Jesus had gone off to pray. So when he was done praying, he started walking on the water towards the boat. And the disciples saw him and they were afraid. They thought it was a ghost. Looking at Matthew 14:26, but when the disciples saw him walking on the sea, they were terrified and said, "It is a ghost," and they cried out in fear. But Jesus immediately spoke to them, saying, "Take heart, it is I, do not be afraid." But what gets me is Peter. Matthew 14:28, and Peter answered him, "Lord, if it is you, command me to come to you on the water." He said, "Come." So Peter got out of the boat and walked on the water and came to Jesus. But when he saw the wind, he was afraid, and beginning to sink, he cried out, "Lord, save me." Jesus immediately reached out his hand and took hold of him, saying to him, "O you of little faith, why did you doubt?" So when I say I'm like Peter, it's because I'll ask Jesus, "Please help me with this, send me on my way." And then I'll start and take my eyes off Jesus. I'll start looking at the things around me. Insecurity and doubt comes in and I sink, so to speak. And don't we do that quite a lot? We'll ask God for direction, and then we kind of start, instead of looking towards Jesus, we start paying more attention to what's going on around us. So I have a blog that I haven't done it in a little bit, in about a month. Reason being because I started doing the videos, but I still want to do the blog. But I would get so consumed about everything else that was going on in my life that I wouldn't do my blog. The blog is the same. It's a little devotional that I do. But then I started getting depressed and withdrawn because of everything going on in my life or someone else's life that, I feel so bad about, or I see what's happening in our country, and I just get so depressed that I just withdraw. And instead of keeping my eye on Jesus, I start to sink. So I have to say, "Lord, save me." And I could just see him like standing me back up and saying, "Oh, you have little faith. Why did you doubt?" If Jesus is sending you a certain way or telling you to do a certain thing, focus on him. Even if he's not at the moment, you haven't had your questions answered yet, you still need to keep your eyes on Jesus. You need to keep focusing on Jesus. Meditate and study the word and praise him in your doubt. Praise him while you're waiting. Thank him all the time, but keep your focus on the Lord. Have faith because he's with you. He's with you all the time. He will pull you up. He will get you through. Just keep your eye on Jesus. Because like Peter, once we start looking at the wind coming against us, we're going to sink, and then we have to yell, "Lord, save me." He will reach out his hand. He will take hold of you. But let's not doubt him. And I know it's easier said than done. We need to just keep our mind focused on the Lord. Have faith and just keep marching forward. If he sends you one way, trust me, he will give you everything you need to go that way. So I hope this message helped you, and just remember to keep your focus on God. Have faith in him. He is with you always. I'll talk to you next time. Bye.